But like right now, I'm seeing what we're going to bring. Like I'm seeing what Xabi Alonso plans on bringing, and it doesn't even have all the players that he wants yet. Like you obviously need like one or two more signings. So it's just like mad that like he's doing this with the players that he has at his disposal right now. Tired players as well that just finished international duty, just finished a full season. So these players are kind of tired, and he's still being able to get the best out of these players. Yo, you guys, what is good, man? Welcome back to Real United Talk, where we talk about all matters Real Madrid and Man United. This is going to be a real talk episode because Real Madrid is into the quarterfinals of the Club World Cup. I'm so happy. I'm so gassed. I'm so happy what I've seen so far. It actually looks as if we're taking it seriously. It actually looks as if Xabi Alonso is using this as an opportunity not just to explore, but to also, make a name for himself, to also like make a statement. And this is exactly what I wanted. I talked about this in that episode that I said that the Club World Cup is more important. And I said there's an opportunity to not just, like practice and all of that. Like, is it an opportunity to like make a statement? And it looks as if Xabi Alonso is taking that opportunity. And I'm just so happy, I'm just seeing things that like, just proves that these players are willing to fight for Xabi Alonso, that are willing to fight to win trophies and all of that. We went trophyless last season. We don't want to ever do that again. Obviously, we're seeing teams like Man City who got eliminated. Man City also went trophyless and they got eliminated. It's not that they were not taking it seriously because they were, but just the way things are. Inter Milan also got eliminated as well, and these two teams they got eliminated by teams who, as much as like they're very good teams, all respect to them. Like you'd have expected those teams to win. Like, you'd have expected Man City to beat Al Hilal, and expected Inter to win. So yeah, they got eliminated, and yeah, Real Madrid is still here. We're still fighting, and I'm just so happy that we're still pushing on everything. And it's not as if I've been playing like small, like we beat Juventus. Unfortunately, I didn't watch that game because not unfortunately because it was a fun day, but like I was at the beach, family Canada Day and all of that, so I wasn't available to watch the game. But I saw the highlights, I saw what people said about the game, and like it looked like a very interesting game. It was a very interesting game mainly because like I saw a lot of like shooting from outside the box, like I saw a lot of that, and I was like, wow, nigga, like people are really taking this. Like it was literally like a shooting range out there. Like our video was taking shots, everybody was just taking off. Our video zone is normal. Everybody was taking shots from outside the box. So, like I said, I didn't watch the game, so I can't really like psychoanalyze every single thing that happened in that game. But like I saw the highlights and that Gonzalo Garcia goal, and even better Trent Alexander-Arnold's first assist. And it was a classic Alexander-Arnold assist, like just a cross into the box and everything, like nice cross, fitted header, very accurate. Gonzalo Garcia's head, boom, goal. You know, Gonzalo Garcia is someone that like I said before, he has really, really, really impressed me. Like the way he's taking this Club World Cup is also seen as an opportunity to impress, because like I said, we're looking for that extra striker. We're looking for someone that can play when Mbappe is not playing, that can even come on if Mbappe is on the pitch still, Just any time, like we just need that extra striker, we need extra legs and all of that. Like we had Joselu obviously in that Champions League winning season. We saw the good world of good that he did for us and all of that. Like Mbappe, as much as he's good and everything, he's not like a box striker, right? So like I know that that's what we're looking for someone that can actually be in the box and all of that. And the funny thing is that like Gonzalo Garcia, what I've seen is that like he's not even like a traditional striker in the sense of like he has played on the wings, he has played left wing, he has played right wing for the academy and all of that. So and then he has played strike obviously, and then like when he plays strike, he plays like such a natural striker that is crazy. And like it's just like wow, like this guy is also a winger and everything. And it's kind of like, so this is actually possible. Like it's actually possible for someone to be both a winger and still be able to play like a traditional number nine. Because we see all these like striker ex wingers and everything. When they play strike, you kind of know that these guys are like wingers and all of that. Like they always drift wide and everything. And Gonzalo Garcia, he does drift wide and all of that, but like it's just like a tactical thing. If they tell him to stay in that nine, he'll stay in nine. His link up play is good. Positioning in box is good. He's looking for headers. He's looking to beat people on strength and everything. Like he just looks like a traditional number nine when he plays number nine. And he's actually just a very interesting person to watch. But yeah, he got another goal. That's what, 3 goals in the Club World Cup now. And these are all strikers. Like he's scoring the goals of a striker. And like like I said, we're looking for someone to be able to play, to be able to bring on and everything. Like we're going to sign somebody. We're literally going to spend money and sign somebody. I don't know how much we're planning on spending on that position because we have Mbappe. But like we're planning on signing somebody, and the fact that Gonzalo Garcia just popped up and everything, I still don't know what the plans will be for him when the season starts and all that. There's still time to think and all of that. But like honestly, he's proving that he's ready. Like he's proving that when you need him, you can call upon him and everything. I'm not saying that we should play him for every single game or anything like that, but he's proving that when you need him, you can call upon him. I'm a little scared just because, like, he's mainly playing right now because Mbappe is not playing. Don't see how that will work when Mbappe actually comes back because Mbappe obviously came back against Juventus and everything. And when Mbappe is back, he's like a starter, obviously. So, like, it's like, I want to see how that dynamic is going to work. Like, is it going to be that, like, oh, he'll bring him on and Mbappe is still going to be on the pitch, Vinny Mbappe on the wings and then Gonzalo Garcia as strike, or like I just want to see the dynamic. I want to see how Xabi Alonso treats it, and this would be a perfect opportunity to see how he treats the youth, see how he treats the people that he wants to promote and everything. I've obviously seen the way that he is with youth players. We saw what he did with Wet, we saw what he did with Fempong. He's good with youth players and all of that. So like I have no worry that like he's going to want to promote the youth. We're seeing what he's doing with Adagula currently, but yeah, we're talking about Gonzalo Garcia. But yeah, I want to see how he promotes Gonzalo Garcia. I want to see how slow or how fast his promotion will be into the squad. But like right now, like it's good to see, like it looks as if we could save us some money because like we might not have to sign that traditional number 9 anymore now that we have Gonzalo Garcia. And like I said, he does play on the wings as well. So having someone like that when you need him, he can play as traditional number 9, but when you need him on the wings, he can also play as a winger. It's just kind of crazy. I know he made his debut during this season and everything, but I can't remember exactly how or where he played when he came on. But like seeing him now, I'm watching every single game of him now, every minute and everything. So like I just love what I'm seeing from Gonzalo Garcia, and if he keeps it up, he's going to maintain his place in the squad. I don't think he has any worry and everything. Another thing that you have to think about as well is Endrick. Like how is Endrick going to fit into all of this? Because obviously we're seeing everything that is happening with Rodrigo and everything. I don't want to get too much into that. I'll get into that another episode. But like we're seeing what's going on with Rodrigo. How is Endrick going to fit into the squad? Is he going to still be a striker and everything, especially given Gonzalo Garcia? Is he going to be more like a winger? Is he going to play? Is he going to go out on loan? Because like as much as Endrick is a good player, he's a good talent and everything, he hasn't really shown that much yet. Obviously, he hasn't had that many opportunities, but he hasn't shown that much yet to say that yes, you have to be playing me. At the same time, like he's really young. Like I think he's 17 or 18 or he just turned 18, something like that. So like he's still really young and everything. So you can't expect the world of him. But like Gonzalo Garcia is also another young player. And he's like, oh, if it's between the two right now, I'll pick Gonzalo Garcia, obviously. Like, I'll pick him right now. Like, Gonzalo Garcia, I think in these 3-4 games has already proven a lot why he should be playing and why he should be playing over Hendrick. So, like, it's going to be interesting to see how that whole dynamic goes between Mbappe, Hendrick, Gonzalo Garcia, and even Rodrigo. Like, I want to see what happens with Rodrigo. Are we going to sell him? Are we going to keep on playing him? Because, like, Rodrigo is not someone, as much as, like, he can sit on the bench here and there, Rodrigo is not someone that will sit on the bench all season. Rodrigo is not someone that should be sitting on the bench all season, right? Like, he has proven past that. I know people always doubt Rodrigo and everything. I know people always say all this and all that, but like I think Rodrigo is a very talented player. I think he's like almost as talented as Vinny, if not as talented and everything. Like I'm not saying he's as good as a player as Vinny, but in terms of talent and everything, like I think he's as talented as Vinny. Obviously, I've seen talented players not really like work out because like can be very talented, but just don't show it on the pitch all the time and everything. So I think in terms of showing on the pitch, I think that Vinny always outclasses him. But like I think that Rodrigo is very talented. But just to say that like Rodrigo is not someone that is going to agree to, like even if like he sits on the bench, like he doesn't want to be playing like 10 minutes a game, 20 minutes a game. Like he wants to play at least for like 40, 45. He wants to play 60. He wants to even be a starter and maybe, you sub him off early or something like that. He doesn't even like that. You can imagine him coming off the bench to only play like 20 minutes. So like it's be just to see how that works and everything. I'm seeing links to Arsenal, I'm seeing links to all these other teams, Bayern and everything. So yeah, that's just an interesting one to see. But yeah, we did beat Juventus, and like I said, the Trent assist in his first assist, and Trent has come a long way from when he started out. Like we also his debut and everything. Like it was a very slow debut, but like I said, it wasn't a bad debut and everything. It was a typical debut where the players they tried to adapt, they tried to like learn about the players around him and everything. So like I won't say like it was a bad debut. I didn't count him out just because of one game. Obviously, what he did at Liverpool and everything. Like Trent is obviously a good player and I don't blame him for like taking even one game because like since then he has been playing well, but like even taking that game to just kind of adapt. That was the first time playing outside of Liverpool, first time winning him. Like it was just like, come on, bro. Like you guys, like I saw a lot of people like hating on him, counting him out and everything after one game, and it's just like you guys are doing too much. Like since then, Trent has been so good, not just because of the assist against Juventus, but Trent has been so good. The way Xabi Alonso is using him is quite interesting and everything because he's playing that wing back position, but at the same time, like he's inverting. Trent has always been like an inverted fullback and everything. So like the way he's inverting to fill in space in that midfield where he almost looks like a midfielder, and then allowing for Alvedi to kind of like take off the right wing and everything, kind of like covering up space for him. I think I saw that particularly against Patricia or was it Salzburg or something? I can't remember. I'm mixing the two up. But like it was a game where like I really saw that aspect. Like Trent was inverting and then Valverde was kind of like taking up the right wing. Like, it's just interesting to see the way he's using Trent in this system. I always know that like Trent is not someone that like overlap. Trent's not like an overlapping fullback. He's not like Frimpong or anybody that maintains the weight and always overlaps on the ring and everything. Trent is always good to invest into that midfield and everything. So it's just like it's nice to see Xabi Alonso using the players the way they want to be used, the way that they know best and everything. And yeah, Church is just an interesting player. I think he's going to be very good for Madrid. That assist is just going to be the first of many. He's going to get a few goals for us as well and everything. And trying to go to be a very important player for us going into the season and everything. But yeah, we're getting a hint of what he can bring to Madrid in this Club World Cup, and yeah, just very excited to see what happens with Trent. But yeah, obviously the person that is on spotlight right now is Xabi Alonso. The formation, everybody wanted to know the formation that he used. Is he going to play three at the back? Is he going to play four? Like everybody just wanted to know, like, they wanted to see what he would do. And I was also one of those people, like I've seen him play four at the back, I've seen him play two at the back. It was obviously his preferred formation and everything. So I was just trying to see, because as much as like that was his preferred formation, like, he has to adapt to the players around him and everything. And like, we don't have that many CBs available right this second. So like, I was interested to see if we just stick with the four at the back, which he tried to do in the first game and everything, which didn't really work out. I think at some point in the game he did change to two at the back. I think that was against Al Hilal. He just wanted to see what will work with the players that he has at his disposal right now. I think that with this whole two at the back, obviously we're going to need to sign like maybe another CB and everything. As much as Tchouaméni is doing his thing right now, I think that in the future he wants like an actual like full on center back in that position and everything, and maybe Chouameni kind of like as a sub for that, or maybe in that DM. I don't know. Honestly, to see what he'll do with Chouameni in the future is actually very interesting, because like the way Valverde is playing, like Valverde is declared starter. He looks like class right now. He got the man of the match award against Juventus, I believe, and he has just been one of our best players in this Club World Cup and all of that. So like, it's just to see the way that you use Chouameni in the system, because we also have Kamavinga, a player I think is going to be important in the system. The dynamic between him and Adagula is going to be interesting. That's another interesting one. But yeah, I just want to see the way that you use all these players. And is he good to make Chouameni a full-on centre back, or is he good to play him in that CM position? That'll be interesting to see. But yeah, right now, we're playing that two at the back. And there was a game that like I think was against Southburg. Like I said, I think I'm getting the two mixed up. I think he started off with like a 4-1-3-2, which was just like a dummy for the actual formation he was good to use, or the actual tactics he was good to use, which was a two at the back, where like it was Hoisin and Rudiger and Tchouaméni kind of like drops into that center back, and then Adagula and Bellingham were taking up the um midfield position. And then like I said, like Trent is always inverted, so Trent actually inverted into that midfield position, which allowed Valverde to kind of take off the right wing and right wing back. And then obviously Fran Garcia is playing that left back. And you have Vinny and Gonzalo Garcia, who are always interchanging, because sometimes it look as if Gonzalo Garcia is like, the main nine and all of that. But like at some point in the game, we're seeing Vinny take up that nine position, and we're seeing Gonzalo Garcia on the left wing. And it was just interesting to see like the way things are just interchanging. It's interesting to see the way that he's using Bellingham as well, because you saw the way Bellingham was being used in Carlo Ancelotti's system, especially this season, the season that won the Champions League, where he was basically being used as like a false nine. Yes, he was steering down midfield and all that, but like he wasn't taking up down like false nine position because we didn't have a nine. But when we signed Mbappe, obviously he had to like drop deeper and everything. So he was playing more like a box to box midfielder, but like more like a camp in that sense, because just needed like extra work and everything all around the pitch. Like, you have to take up that deeper road to a sense and everything. But the way Xabi Alonso is using him right now is like a pure box to box midfielder, because you're seeing him taking up those midfield spots, those deeper positions in midfield, but you're also seeing him try to get into the box, try to make those overlapping runs over Gonzalo Garcia, over Vinicius Jr. and everything. And it's just like nice to see, because like this is the Bellingham that we know, this is the Bellingham that we signed and all that. Like, we just know him to be the like traditional box to box midfielder, where you're always seeing him deep, doing defensive work, doing all the passing and everything from midfield. We saw that assist that he gave Vinny, and that's what he's capable of doing when you play him in that position. But also seeing him get into the box the way that he does, make those overlapping runs, and it's so interesting. Like I honestly love the way everything is happening with our midfielders, especially. Like, I just love seeing the way he's using Valverde. I think this game against Juventus, I saw that Valverde was entering the box a lot more. Like, obviously Valverde entered the box here and there, but in this game, it looks as if like every chance was falling to his feet and everything. And it as if he had a more of an eye for goal. Valverde has always had that eye for goal. Obviously, we know about his shot taking ability. Just seeing the way he was getting to the box, just seeing how like how intentional he was about scoring a goal was just very nice to see. It was very interesting. And like, just the way Bellingham, Valverde, Trent, even like all these guys are going to be like interchanging. And honestly, this is what I wanted to see. I just wanted to see like the way Xabi Alonso is playing right now, the way this system is flowing right now. It's just like it's so interchangeable. Like you can see honestly, you can see what he's doing. Like you can see the tactical flow of things. Like you can like it's one of them ones where like it's almost like you're reading a book. It's like poetry, rhymes. Like honestly, like you're just seeing everything on the page. Like you're just like literally someone can tell what is happening just by watching. That's what I like to see. Obviously, like for the most part, that's the way it should be, right? But like it's not that simple and everything. Sometimes you have to analyze just to see what's going on and everything. But someone can just tell what's going on. Someone that doesn't watch Madrid all the time can watch like two or three of these games and just be like, oh, I see what Xabi Alonso is trying to do and everything. And I'm seeing what he's trying to do. He's trying to have that interchangeable, system where nobody's like fixed to a certain position. Or seeing the way he's using Vinny, like I said, him and Gonzalo Garcia are switching a lot, and that will be very interesting to see when Mbappe comes back. Because we obviously know that Mbappe likes that left wing position, Vinny likes that left wing position. Mbappe can play in nine, Vinny can play as a nine, but like he doesn't love it. Mbappe too, I don't know if he loves it, but like he's more natural there than Vinny. But like it'd be interesting to see when Mbappe comes back how they'll be interchanging that nine and that left wing and all that way Gonzalo Garcia and Vinny are interchanging right now. I think the way he's using Vinny is so cool. Like I think that Vinny has become a lot more important because obviously like not that he was getting phased out when Mbappe first came in, but like Mbappe became the main man and everything. But like seeing the way Vinny is like just moving about, the way he's creating, the way he's inverting, the way he has the eye for goal, all of that, like, it's just very, like, I like to see this revival of Vinny. That's why I want to see what happens when Mbappe comes back, because I want to see if, like, Mbappe coming back to take away from Vinny's shine, and then we no longer notice Vinny anymore. Like, I want to see if that happens, or if, like, I want to see if, like, Vinny's really shining the way he's shining because he's playing with, like, a player like Gonzalo Garcia who's still coming up. I want to see if it's just the way that Xabi Alonso is using him. So, like, it'll be very interesting to see when Mbappe is back full time. It'll be interesting to see that interchangeability and everything with Vinny and Mbappe. But like yeah, like the way he's just using every player, nobody's fixed to a certain position. It's just the way he's in Adagola as well is just oh my god, like because like I can't lie to you. When Carlo Ancelotti first started that whole thing about like Adagola being like a deeper CM and all of that, like I wasn't moved like that because I always thought that like he's either a calm or a winker. Like I never thought he was one of them players that like was a CM because there's obviously different types of like midfielders and everything, but like for the calms, like there's the calms who when they're not playing calm, they play wing, and there is calms who, like, when they're not playing calm, they play CM. I always thought that Adagula was the type of calm that when he's not playing calm, he's playing wing. But people are trying to convert him to that player that, like, when he's not playing calm, he's playing CM. And I thought that, like, it'd be take a long time for it to start working at least. Like, I didn't think it would never work, but I thought it'd take like a few seasons. But honestly, we're already seeing him play well. That's why I want to see the way he plays Kamavinga when he comes back, because I think that Kamavinga also fits well in that position, the defensive work and that he needs, the ability to like give those passes, receive the ball from the back four or back three or wherever it is. And like just like the way he plays from deep and everything, the way he's in Adagula now, I think that that's also the same way that he used Kamavinga. Like I said, I think Adagola and Kamavinga are going to be the most improved players under Xabi Alonso. Van Garcia is also seeming to be someone who wants to take up that place as most improved player as well, because the way he's playing this Club World Cup right now is mad. But like Adagola is not someone I've really talked about enough. I don't think I talked about him in that first episode, and I haven't made an episode about the Club World Cup since then. But Adagola has honestly been like, whoa, like since that game when he came on against Aguilar, he already showed us what he could do, and now he's starting, like he's properly starting, properly taking up that position, and he's doing it well, like and he's not even getting caught out in defensive ability as well. Like it's just like it's mad, like he's not shying away from those tackles and all of that, and he's still getting in those passes. He's still playing like a composed, nice midfielder that likes to receive the ball, likes to play for. I don't know, like he just looks so good and everything. Like, I thought that this would take a lot more time than it's taking right now, but honestly, Jabi Alonso, what he's doing right now is miracle work, because like we're seeing all these players, we're seeing Gonzalo Garcia, we're seeing Adagula, seeing all these players who we thought that it takes some time for them to like go into the players that they're playing like right now, but like they're already there, and it's just nice to see Jabel. So I think he has done a fabulous job right so far, and like I said, when the quarterfinals, we're going to play against Dortmund, a team that we have history with. Obviously, beat them in the Champions League final 2024. We beat them last season in Champions League 5-2, in the group stage and all that. So, like, obviously, with the team that we have history with, be very interesting watch. It's been interesting to see how Dortmund approach that game. Honestly, like, so far, so very good. Like, I like the fact that we're taking it seriously. I like the way Xabi Alonso is playing. I like the way our players are playing. It looks as if, like, they actually believe in what Xabi Alonso is selling. And, yeah, like, honestly, we just need to fully back Xabi Alonso at this point, because, like, he's not just talking. He's actually showing us, like, he's actually being intentional about what he's doing. He's actually showing us what he can do, and it's just so interesting to see. And like, yeah, I just love watching Madrid. This is a new regime, and I actually just love seeing the way we're growing and the way we're building. Obviously, to be more interesting to see when the season starts how we actually play. But like right now, I'm seeing what we're going to bring. Like I'm seeing what Xabi Alonso plans on bringing, and doesn't even have all the players that he wants yet. Like he obviously need like one or two more signings. So it's just like mad that like he's doing this with the players that he has at his disposal right now. Tired players as well that just finished international duty, just finished a full season. So these players are kind of tired, and he's still being able to get the best out of these players right now. It's just mad. So honestly, yeah, I want to see what happens with Xabi Alonso in the future. I want to see what happens when all these players come back from injury. I know he has to start actually like interchanging. I want to see what he does in transfer window, the players that he signs and the player that he sells. But like so far so very good. Yeah, Xabi Alonso, kudos, Real Madrid, kudos. Thank you to all the players for giving it your all in this Club World Cup. And honestly, I hope that we beat them on and I hope that we win it all the same. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this episode. Thank you guys again for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I'm going to try and stay consistent, keep on pushing out episodes, and I just hope to see you guys again next time. Safe.